That's just about all Dan Campbell's giving you. Let's get to the people. Oh, by the way, new Cash the Ticket just dropped. The weekend that was. Little look-ahead lines. And your recap.
We're going to do it. I didn't have a voice over the weekend, so we're going to do it tomorrow.
And can I make the other announcement?
I think, you know what? Let's hold off. Because
For the love of Christ.
Let's just hold off.
Rico's bringing.
Go for it on fourth down. Go with it.
Right. Come on, Dan Campbell.
No. This is being an adult.
Okay.
No.
Rico's bringing star power to the 5-star zone. But new Cash Tickets up. Go get it. Some look-ahead lines for one of the great weekends of college football, maybe of the year, coming up Saturday.
Right. And the recap from this past weekend so people can stop asking me what's wrong with Michigan State. I'll tell you in that podcast.
Ivory, Detroit, 97.1. What's up, Ivory?
Hey, good afternoon to you guys.
Good afternoon.
I just, I don't understand. Like, I've tried to be very optimistic as far as Campbell and his progress, but it's just at a point where, if you're Holmes and the rest of the people, what happens the rest of the year is going to be very key. I know they have a 6-year contract, which I didn't like, but if he goes like 4-13, you have to seriously consider cutting bait because especially if you're home, you don't want to hitch your wagon to this guy. And the 4th and 9, I mean, come on, man, like just be logical. I can take you being aggressive, but just be logical. You've got to know your defense is awful. Why are you putting them in a short field situation? Not to mention it was only 6-0. Like, what are you doing, man? I really just tried to be optimistic, man.
Same.
I just can't take it.
Ivory, how long you listen to this show? Do I strike you as the most optimistic person on the planet? And even I sat here thinking, right, so Ivory, I sat here thinking the team could be a lot better. He is kneecapping them, no pun intended, because of his ridiculous decisions. You're right. If they end this year without being tangibly better, I think you absolutely have to look at whether he's the guy for the job. This is crazy.
No, really, in my opinion, Ivory, he's shown us exactly what he is, and we all thought, no, it's not that way. He's learning as he goes.
Right, and that's part of what I'm saying real quick is another thing is, let's say he does go like 4-13, and you cut bait with him, right? They're at a point in their tenure like they haven't won it forever, right? I know that new coaches can win. Dave was winning. The new guys, you can win 2-3 years. Zach Taylor, he went to the Super Bowl in a couple of years with a good quarterback. And you're going to have a couple good high picks because it look like the Rams stink. But what I'm saying is if you do cut bait with these guys, and I've been saying this back since they were 0-16 and then hired Schwartz, who had never coached before. Can you please get a proven coach, just somebody that can show them the way? Like, he may not be the answer, but please get a proven coach. Not saying it's be easy, but get somebody in here that can show them the way. Not somebody that's learning on the job. You don't have time for that as Lions. You sucked for 60 years.
Yeah, but the problem is, look at last year's Super Bowl as a prime example. Sean McVay had never coached. He's a great coach. Zach Taylor had never coached. He's a good coach. I'm not ready to call him great. You're not going to get who are you going to hire as a retread that's going to come here?
See, I'm not even saying retread, though, Ivory. I'm saying go get that coordinator, somebody who's at least been in charge of something. He wasn't. Okay, he was an interim coach for like a couple games. He was a special teams coach. And people are, he was an interim coach. Like, season was over for New Orleans. Like, they didn't care.
The worst part is all he's got to do is stay out of his own way. I mean, the onside kick against the Eagles, the timeout usage.
You start the game with going for it. Like,
right, you blew the 2-minute warning. Then the decision in Minnesota with the timeout. Then the indecision on the 4th down and making the wrong choice. And then we look at the 4th and 9 here. And
the bad clock management against the Eagles.
Every game, man. Every game. Just stay out of your own way, man. Go get another bag of dip.
Yeah.
Like, just please.
Call the timeout. Let the Vikings set up the game-winning touchdown play.
Terry, Detroit, 97.1. What's up, T?
Hey, it's Perry with the P.
Perry, I'm sorry.
Perry?
Welcome.
It's all good, man. Hey, man, I feel horrible because I fell into the trap. I wanted to be so optimistic about this team. But that 4th and 9, man, I'm telling you, absolutely 100% was a fireable offense, dude. when he ran the touchdown back on defense, man, I turned the game off. It became background noise. I didn't even pay attention because I already knew what it was. If he doesn't go at least 75 for the last 12 games, man, you absolutely 100% without question got to give him the axe. And like you said, man, there's other head coaches, rookie head coaches that are winning, but this dude was not. I mean, he's going to be resigned to be a tight ends coach, position coach for the rest of his career, man.
Perry.
I wouldn't mind going and plucking one of Rico's buddies, D'Amico Ryans, off of the San Francisco defense.
Hey, man, hey, he's fine. Perry, I will say this. Sometimes you got to know your situation. You got to be able to read the room. If you're the Lions and you're going up against Buffalo, and you know Buffalo's going to put up as many points as you, I don't mind you going for it because it's going to be a track meet.
It's Josh Allen.
Right.
It's the Bills. You're 17-point dogs.
Mike, it was a reason why I think I texted you like Saturday, Michigan State going up against Ohio State. Man, just go for it. Don't punt the ball because they're going to score every time they touch it. But this was the third-string quarterback. Read the room. They beat you with 5 field goals.
You couldn't get any pressure on the quarterback. The defensive line stinks. Everything about that game stunk. Like, on every single level, everybody equally contributed to the loss of that game, man. You couldn't take the blame off of anybody, and I don't think any coach on that staff should be coached. But now here's the question. Will Holmes try to, by himself, another year on the job to get his people together, knowing that this dude is going to be gone after year 3?
Who's going to be gone?
Because Holmes didn't hire him. Because
okay.
Because that's the ace in the hole he got, that he didn't actually hire the guy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe that they're tied to the hip. So do you think he would try to give himself a little more leeway? Because if you poll the Lions fandom, we want this guy gone this year. I believe
here's the other thing.
It's an overwhelming majority.
Here's the other thing. Can anyone explain to me what he was doing at the end of the game? What was he doing down 26-0 calling timeouts? And the best part, all right, so Ramondre Stevenson gets 7 or 8 yards on first down. 2:55 left in the game. The Pats are running the clock. He calls timeout. Then the best part, they get a first down on the next carry. Well, now any hopes you had of getting the ball back are over. Calls another timeout. So he either doesn't know the situation or doesn't care.
He's not aware.
I think he wanted the ball.
I think it's his awareness.
No.
He lacks awareness of the game situation. So
fellas,
the dude just has to go.
Perry, he wanted the ball back one more time because he didn't want to go home with a goose egg. So he's just trying to get it back. Because at that point, at the end of the game, it was, we have to score. We can't kick a field goal now. Now we have to go for it. We need a touchdown for moral victory.
Yeah, there
29-7 looks better than 29-0.
Well, you know what that is at the NFL level? It's disrespectful.
It is.
I'm going to tell you right now. You do stuff like that, the opposing team views it's disrespect.
Right.
We're letting you off the hook. We're not running plays here. We're just, we're trying to get out of here.
That's how you get your quarterback killed. Okay. You want to keep playing?
Let's
Guys,
go then.
We dialing up zero blitz.
I think this is the one thing. Like, let's use David Steelers for a minute. Mike Tomlin.
Please don't.
No, David, I'm not. This isn't
David, okay. You can feel bad. You've skated this for 15 years.
Okay, that's true. You're right.
Just pay the bill and stop complaining.
My point is, no matter how bad the Steelers are, I never get a sense of amateurism from Mike Tomlin. I don't.
Right.
Mike Tomlin is a coach. He is a CEO. Now, look, he's a little rah-rah for my tastes, but I get it. I am tired of the Lions being associated with amateurism. Dan Campbell is an amateur, and I'm tired of it. Just like Matt Patricia was an amateur. Marty Morningwig was an amateur. Jim Schwartz, amateur.
Matt Millen.
Right. It's at all levels. I can't do it anymore. All I ask is you hire somebody who I get a sense runs the room and makes good decisions. Now, anything that happens beyond that, that's the NFL, right? You're going to lose games. You're going to win. Dan Campbell's, this is clown stuff.
It's the same mistake over and over and over. It's fine. Okay, we took a chance and you learn. But the exact way you lost the Ravens game last year, you end up losing the Eagles game this year.
How about the Minnesota game?
You
called the timeout.
And then you end up
that
losing the Minnesota
opponent.
game. It's like, what do you do? You're not learning. Each time you keep doing the same things. And that's the frustrating part. Because at least if you were making new mistakes, you could say, okay, he took a chance here, whatever. But you already know, the late timeout thing, I didn't understand that at all. And then it dawned on me, he wants the ball back. He wants to score. I'm surprised he just didn't say, go ahead and score so we can get the ball back and it'll look a lot better. We can say that we went out there and got it. It was so bad. I think even Matt Patricia was like, I don't even want to keep running it up on these guys anymore. This ain't even fun.
I mean, the other problem? Oh, well, Aaron Glenn this and Aaron Glenn that. All right, so just so we're clear, a year and a quarter into his tenure, you will have fired both coordinators he hired. Like, at what point are you the problem?
At that point, you're now becoming Wayne Fontes, where you're firing all your people. It wasn't me, Mr. Ford. It was all of them.
You've gone full Lovie Smith in Chicago.
Yeah.
Basically put a bullet in his entire staff and had the audacity to come back the next year.
Oh, but Mike, I don't think you were here yet. That was the Wayne Fontes. Wayne fired everybody, and that's how he held on to his job every year, including his own brother. Yeah, you can go ahead and sacrifice my brother. I'm going to stay, Mr. Ford. Yeah, you can have him.
248-539-9797. We will get to you, the people, because, well, you've got a lot to say. 97.1.